For us, we believe that the Fed is done, right? Just to address the elephant in the room. We believe that the risk of a US recession next year is real, and it's not low. But I think the more important thing is that we don't necessarily need to see a recession. I think any sort of a slowdown in the US should be able to convince the Fed to stop hiking. And what that would then bring about, we believe, is a phase of interest rate stabilization, which would then be positive for investment grade bonds, which include Asian investment grade bonds as well, right? I think it's very interesting that when it comes to the key risks, I see over here on point A, there's a BOJ monetary action, right? And I agree with the very low percentage over there. However, I think one thing I would say is that I think we are a little bit mindful of the knee-jerk reaction that that any sort of announcement from BOJ might cause the market to react, right? I think right now, in terms of the BOJ, it's very obvious that they are very stealthily trying to alter its monetary policy and normalize its monetary policy without really spooking investors too much. We believe that they will be successful, but I think any sort of a policy misstep or any sort of a wrong messaging that is being telegraphed to the market, that might spur a bond sell-off, which would then affect US Treasuries as well. But again, I would think that that would be more technical and more knee-jerk reactionary in nature. When it comes to China, look, we have this view that there has been a very clear paradigm shift when it comes to the government's willingness to support the Chinese economy as well as Chinese credits. We don't think that the government is going to risk any sort of a systemic event in China, but we are very certain that the pain threshold has definitely risen multiple notches, right? So I think watching Chinese policies is going to be very important there. Next month, obviously, we have the Politburo meeting, the CEWC meeting as well. I think that will give us more insights to the details on how policy makers would want to take the economy going forward. But that's clearly, I think, one of the risks to the Asia credit market as well. I would say it's a risk, but it's also a potential catalyst as well.